News 4 I-Team undercover investigation is exposing potential safety and health risks for teenagers in the D.C. area. Worried parents called the I-Team about what's happening in the basement of a house and the man behind it.
The city says it can't do anything about that right now, but as Tisha Thompson reports, what we exposed has one councilman calling for immediate action.
Day after day, the News 4 I-Team watches as teenagers make their way to Warder Street in Northwest, headed in and out of this house with the red door. Mounted security cameras see who's knocking, but our undercover cameras are rolling too to find out why parents are so upset about what's happening in this basement. Right away, we meet Kenneth Rucker, a registered sex offender, convicted in 2006 for second-degree child sexual abuse involving a 15-year-old stranger.
Yeah, I want that one, and I want that one.
Inside, we find a room full of young women lined up in a hallway, waiting to get piercings from Rutger. He advertises on Instagram, even though the city says he doesn't have a business license. One gets her tongue pierced.
Is my turn?
Another, the cartilage of her ear. This girl gets a smiley, piercing the skin between her upper lip and gum. And this girl, her belly button, at bargain basement prices, 10 to 15 bucks. There's no sink in sight for washing hands. Rucker does change gloves between piercings and wipes the same instruments with some kind of liquid.
I personally wouldn't want to take the chance, the risk of going to someone like that.
That basement setup is a far cry from what you'll see at Painful Pleasures in Hanover, Maryland.
A piercer is expected to, work in a sterile environment.
A piercing shop with certified artists that looks more like a doctor's office.
Washing their hands and putting gloves on, using sterile needles, one-time use only, and disposing of them properly.
They also have an autoclave machine using high temperatures to sterilize instruments and jewelry.
It's absolutely important to make sure that they are of legal age.
Back inside the house on Warder Street, we never hear Rucker ask anyone their age.
How old are you?
As part of his release, he's not supposed to be around minors. One parent told us her 14-year-old daughter got her nipple pierced in this house, according to court records, by the same guy who had sex with a 15-year-old girl after getting her intoxicated. In D.C., it is illegal to perform any body art on a person under 18, except for ear piercings under new legislation passed in 2012. But almost a year later, the News 4 I-Team found no one is checking. The city is still months away from issuing body artist licenses, and after we started asking questions, the Department of Health finally announced proposed rules and regulations for shops.
We obviously have a problem here, a serious problem that cries out for action.
We showed D.C. Councilman Jim Graham what we uncovered at this house.
The agency could and should examine the rules and determine what is it that could be put into effect immediately that would be directly relevant to a situation such as this.
The health department would not go on camera, but told us in an email, underground tattoo and body piercings pose a variety of major health risks, including hepatitis B and C, HIV/AIDS, and in extreme cases, death. And while the department works to comprehensively regulate this industry, urges residents to only get tattoos or piercings from shops operating with a district business license. Rucker didn't answer the door, but we did get him on the phone, where he first denied operating any kind of business.
If you're not operating a business, I'm trying to figure out how we have video of you doing piercings.
That's when he admitted he's not supposed to be around minors. Hours later, this picture popped up on his Instagram account, reading, "Closed for renovations. New shop rules. Must be 18 with ID." In Northwest, Tisha Thompson, News 4 I-Team.